Hello teachers, today we will see how do we use Google Classroom for conducting sessions and sharing resources. Before starting up with Google Classroom, let us know what is Google Classroom is all about. Google Classroom is a free web service developed by Google for schools to simplify creating, distributing, and grading assignments. So basically, it allows us to create materials, create notes, share, create multiple assignments. We can share it to the students and we can also grade using this particular platform. So let us start with Google Classroom. So I will quickly open a web browser. As so we will open our Gmail account. So basically we should have a Gmail ID to start with Google Classroom. So right now I will be using my Gmail ID to log in. So right now I have logged into my email ID. Okay. So next what we have to do, we have to go to Google Classroom application. So how do we go about? In the right hand side top corner, if you can see my cursor which is moving on top there, which is highlighting the Google Apps option there, the 9 dots. Okay. So this 9 dots, once we click on that, it will allow us to search for all the applications or services which Google provides. So if I scroll down, I can just search for classroom option, and we have the classroom option over here. So I will just click on Google Classroom. So once I click on Google Classroom, it will take me to the classroom platform wherein it is going to allow me to create or join a class. If I click on that, it will allow me to join a class or create a class. So I need to create a class. So I will click on create class. So then we get this option wherein we have to just click on this tick mark, I have read and understand above notice, and then we have to click on continue. Then it allows us to enter the details of the class. Now the class name we can input as, say for example, 12th standard section, I can say arts, subject say English, room, or say 12 class A. So this is 12 arts A class and subject is English. So I will just click on create. So once I click on create, it will automatically create a directory or a class wherein it will allow me to add students, create multiple resources. Okay, so right now after clicking on create, it has created my class, and here which is highlighting is the class code that is automatically generated by Google Classroom, normally used to allow student to join the class. So I will just click on this close button. So we are on the stream option. I am in class 12 arts, and this is stream option. Then we have classwork, then we have people and marks. So one by one we will access these options. So in stream option we have the class name. Below that we have the code, class code. This code is basically used to join this classroom. So this is the class code, unique class code. With the help of this code, students can join. Here you can just click on this, it will display the class code. Here see, this is the unique class code which the students can use to join this particular class. So below that we have share something with your class. So this basically allows you to share some important announcement or notice or something like that. You can do it over here. Okay, or else whatever content you share, it is always shown in this stream section. So basically Once you share some material, it will be highlighted over here. If you submit some assignment, if you share some assignment, it will be highlighted over here. So let me just start with one notice, a small notice. I would like to share one notice or an announcement saying that we will be starting with the session from Monday, that is, let me check, Monday, that is 14th September. So this is my announcement for my students. So below that we have add attachments. We can use any of the attachments if we have anything to be shared, or else you can just click on post. Or if I want to post this announcement later, I can click on schedule, or let us take the next day. So we will select the next day, that is Saturday, tomorrow, and at morning say 7 o'clock, so 07. So I am going to schedule my announcement for tomorrow. So tomorrow this message will be posted for my student. Okay, so I will click on schedule. So my announcement has been scheduled, and you can see here saved announcements. So this will be announced tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So like this we can do our announcements in stream section, or else whatever content we post to the student will be shared on this particular platform. So once we share, it will be highlighted over here in the stream section. So moving ahead with the classwork option. Now how do we create content, or how do we share content? We will be learning it over here. So this is classwork section. In this we can create assignments and questions, we can create topics, we can align it or organize it the way we want. So let us start with this. So once, what we have to do, we have to click on create option. Once we click on create, it allows us to select or create assignment, create a quiz, create a question, material, reuse a post, and topic. So we will start up with the topic. Topic is basically, you can say it can be a lesson. So for example, I am working on English subject, so it would be something like lesson number 1, name of the lesson, say name, let me name it the mango tree. This is my lesson. Okay, so I will click on add. So once you click on add, your lesson has been created. Okay, that is, the topic has been created, and we need to post material under that particular topic. So what we have to do, we have to click on create again, and we will have to click on material. So now what is this material all about? So right now I am going to type introduction to the lesson, or I can say brief introduction to the lesson. And if I have a file which I want to share it to my students, so I can either go to that option, that is basically I have to click on add option and click on file. So I will go to upload section, I will click on browse, and then I will go to my system, that is to my laptop, and I will select the appropriate file which I want to put it to my students. So I will select one file, that is HTML5 I am selecting, and I'm uploading it. So here you can see it is getting uploaded. So right now it has attached my file. So this file is all about brief introduction to my lesson. That is which lesson? It is the mango tree. Okay, so after attaching the file, okay, in the right hand side I have to select the class. So by default I have only one class, so by default it is selected, and here it is allotted to all students by default. So below that we have topic. Now this introduction or this material comes under which topic? So it comes under lesson number 1. So I will select the topic as the mango tree. So now what I will do, I will click on post. Here also it will allow me to schedule the material. Okay, suppose I want to schedule it for the next date. That is, for example, I want to schedule it tomorrow. For example, at say around 7 o'clock, I can click on schedule. So what I will do, I will not schedule it for tomorrow, I will quickly post it. I am posting it now for my students. So I have already posted one content, and if you can see this in the classwork section, I have created a lesson, and below that I have a content, that is brief introduction to the lesson. So now we can see in the classwork section we have created a topic, that is the lesson number 1, and under it we have the content, that is the material, that is introduction to this lesson, that is brief introduction to this lesson, and I have attached a file for my students to refer. Now if I go to stream section back behind, here you can see so and so, that is the teacher has posted a new material, brief introduction to this particular lesson. So this is how the stream is going to, every time it is going to highlight whatever content has been posted. Next we'll try to add some different content, suppose say assignment. Okay, so I will click on assignment, and I would like to assign a content. So for example, my assignment will be read the following passage and identify the nouns. Okay, so this is my assignment. I can give instructions, say highlight at least 10 nouns from the passage. I'm done with the title, I am done with the instruction. If I want, I can add a question or a passage, because right now I have not typed any passage. So I will add a file, or I can either type it in the description or in the title. So right now I will just select one of my file, okay, considering it as a passage. So this is my passage for the students. Okay, so my question is very simple: read the following passage and identify the nouns. And instructions, they have to identify 10 nouns. So I have assigned this passage to my students, so I have to select in the right hand side again. I have to select the class. By default it is 12th arts. To all students it is by default. Then how many points I am going to assign this? So for example, I am going to assign 20 marks or 20 points for the students. Okay, I will be grading them for 20 points, and below that we have due date. So by when I want my students to finish this assignment. So today is 12th, so I can just say by 20th of this month they have to finish. If I want to specify time, I can specify time, or else you can leave it blank. So by next to next Sunday, the students has to submit the assignment. and below that we have again topic. So we have to select the topic under which this exercise is given or the assignment is given. So I have selected this exercise comes under the first lesson, the mango tree. So it helps me in organizing this content under that particular topic. And then below that we have rubric. Now what is rubric? Rubric is basically used to define the criteria for correction, how we are going to grade them. So once I click on rubric, I will just click on create rubric. And so once we click on rubric, we have the option use scoring, or we can just put it off. Suppose we are not going to grade them or give any points, we can just put it off, and we can just specify the criteria: good, very good, excellent, in that way. Or else if we are using numbers, we can make use of this use scoring option. So by default it is on, so we will specify the criteria. Say the question, it is all about grammar, so I will just say grammar. Okay, and criteria description, identifying nouns, so it will be nouns. So if a student score 5 points, so what you will say, the level, it is if I say if the student scores say 1, it is needs improvement, and I would suggest he should practice again. If he is above 5 points, he is average, and you can say need to improve. If he scores around 10, it is, you can say, level title as good, can do better. And if he scores around 15, we can say very good, you are almost close to excellent. And if he scores 20 out of 20, he is excellent. I will say good work, keep it up. So what I have done, I have specified the criteria. Okay, so if he scores 1 mark, he will be coming under needs improvement. He has to practice it again. 5 points, he will be called as average score. He has to improve. 10 points, he is good, he can do better. 15 is very good, and 20 is excellent. So likewise we can use multiple criteria. If I want to add one more criteria, I can add one more criteria. If I am done, I can just wind this content and I can just click on save. So I have saved the rubric, so basically the criteria to grade, and then I will click on assign. So after clicking on assign, the assignment will be assigned to the students, and if I come back to the stream option, it will be again highlighted. Here see, the teacher has posted a new assignment, read the following passage and identify. Okay, so this is the question basically highlighted on the stream. So again moving back to the classwork. So if I look at the classwork section, we have a topic. Under the topic we have one assignment and we have a material for the students to go through. So if I want to keep my material on top, assignment below, I can do that. I can just click and drag and I can keep the way I want to align it. Okay, so this is how we will be working on content, creating and sharing it to the students. Now we'll see how do we add students. So the next option, that is people, will allow the teacher to basically add another teacher if we have two teachers in one class teaching the same subject alternatively. So we can add two teachers here. We can just click on this option and we can type in the email address of the teacher and add while sending the invitation. And how do we add students? Again we have to click on this plus sign again here in the student section, and we can select this content, that is the invitation link, copy, or we have this option called copy here, copy invitation link, and paste it in the group where the students can click and join. So we will just click this and share it in the group wherein the students can click on this link and join to this particular class. So I will just copy this and I will try to paste it in the group. So what I have to do, I have to open a new tab and I have to go to my WhatsApp wherein I can share it to my students. So I can open WhatsApp web, I can go to WhatsApp web, and on my phone I have to open the WhatsApp application, and in the WhatsApp application, once I open the application, in the right hand side top corner we have three dots there. So we have to click on that option and then we get WhatsApp web. So once we click on WhatsApp web, we get the option wherein we can scan this QR. We get the QR scanner under WhatsApp web. So we have to just scan this and automatically it is going to direct us to this particular WhatsApp. So right now it is going to highlight my WhatsApp. So this is how I am going to access my WhatsApp, and then I can paste it in the respective group. Then later on the students can click on the respective link and then they can join this particular class. So this is how I am going to share my classroom link to the students. So then moving on to the last option, that is marks scored by the students, how much marks they have scored and everything, that will be highlighted over here. So this is all about Google Classroom, how do we work on this particular platform. So let us see how it looks to be as a student. So this is from the perspective, teacher's perspective. We'll try to be a student of this particular class. So let me try joining this class. So what I will do, I will just select this, copy, I will open another browser from where I will be joining as a student. So I will go to 9 dots, Google Classroom. Okay, and how do I join? I have to click on plus sign and join class. Okay, and I will paste this class code which I had copied from that account. Okay, so I will click on this and I will click on join. And here I am now, wherein in my stream it is showing all the content, which is posted by the teacher. Now if I see here, I have two contents here which are posted. One, material which is shared by the teacher, and an assignment. So let me try to open the content first, that is the material which teacher has shared. So brief introduction to the lesson, and this is the document. So I can just open the document, I can go across the document, I can check, I can write, I can refer it as and when required. Okay, and I will move back to my class. Again I will click on my class, and I will move back to the assignment now. So this is my assignment. So what I have to do, once I get this assignment, I have to just check the question. Suppose this is my question, and then I will just add or create a assignment. So I will click on plus sign, and it will allow me. So always tell your student to use docs for assignment submissions, because that will be simplest way. It will help the teacher as well as student, okay, to be easy for the student to use. So you will just click on this. The student will basically add a file. In that file the student is going to type in his answer. Okay, so he is going to type in his answer. So the question was to type in or highlight 10 nouns from the passage. So these are my nouns. Okay, so now what I will do, I will click on, I will just, once I am done, I will click on share. So I will click on done. So I will just close this file. So my content is ready, and I have to submit my assignment. So one attachment will be submitted for so and so question. Automatically the student's name will appear along with the file name. So I will just hand in, and the file is sent to the teacher. Now if I go back to the teacher's platform, first of all I will go to people. I have one student here under my classroom. Okay, in the classwork I have posted a content and a assignment. So in the assignment section I have one assignment which is submitted by the student. So I will just click on handed in, and this is the assignment. So once I click on this, let me do it again. So once I click on handed in, that is one. So I have only one student, so one assignment is submitted. So I will click on this file. After clicking on this file, it will allow me to check the content what student has sent. So this is the content what student has sent. So out of which I would say 5 nouns are wrong. Okay, this is the message what I want to give it to my student. Okay, so instead of, say, I am going to give him 10 points for this particular assignment, and I will type in a comment. It allows you to type in a comment, a private comment to the student saying, please type your answers in a proper manner. Or proper sequence, I would say. So I will just post this comment, and I will click on return. So you can just click on return. So now I have corrected the work, and I am returning the file. So now this tab can be closed. Now here this one option will go, and it will show in the marked. So this is how the teacher is going to grade the student. Okay, so now coming back to the class, again I am going to click on the class, and then in the marks section it is going to highlight the name of the student and how much he has scored for that particular assignment. Out of 20 he has scored 10. Okay, and if I move back to the student section, so the student in the classwork got it. Okay, so view your work. Once the student clicks on view your work, he can just see he has scored 10 out of 20, in which he has one comment. Please type your answers in a proper sequence. That is a comment from the teacher, and he can just go through his file. If there is something he has to see, or okay, teacher has added one content, 5 nouns are wrong. Okay, so here also the student can reply to this particular thing. Say for example, okay teacher, then he can just close this. So this is how the assignments or the projects will be allotted to the students, and the students will be sending it or submitting it to the teacher, and teacher will be correcting it. So this is how Google Classroom works. We have just seen how do we create class, how do we assign work to the student, create materials, and how do we grade the assignments, and how do we check their marks. This was just a basic overview of Google Classroom.